Welcome back to the program. As you know, we talk a lot on this program about your health. It's important to me. It's important to me that you're in the best condition you can be in. Look, we got a lot of work to do around here. You see what's happening from Washington to California and all points in between. There's a lot of work to be done around here, and I need you in the top physical condition to make sure that happens. If you've been watching the program for a while, you know I take Exodus every day. It's a biblical formula, if you will, 7 biblical ingredients. And that's put in there with molecular hydrogen, which really, it just gives it the pop. And when I take it, I feel clear as a bell. I really do. And so I wanted to bring in a doctor to talk more about this. Dr. Dakota Freeman is a holistic practitioner, expert on Exodus supplements. And you can find out more, by the way, at tryexodusnow.com. You can learn more. But doctor, welcome to the program.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Good to have you here. Look, I've been taking this for a while, and I really feel the difference. So does my wife. When we take this, and I don't know, it's a lot of different things you can take, a lot of different supplements out there, but this one, for whatever reason, makes my head just feel clear as a bell. I mean, I feel on point. I feel like I'm invigorated. I don't feel jittery. What's going on? What is this molecular hydrogen? What are the ingredients here? Why do I feel so good when I take this?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things that we do in the holistic health world. Supplements are a big thing, and a lot of it is because the soil and our food is so like diminished in the nutrients, right? So that's where, in a perfect world, we wouldn't need to take things if, all the harmful stuff in the environment weren't there. But I really like this product, and we have about 3,500 nutritional products in our office. This is our #1 top seller. Not only because I love the whole philosophy of, biblical meets science, and it just combines those two philosophies, and it's just powerful, but there's also really, really great products that are in it that I've used for, several patients, not just for, pain, fatigue, but even emotional stress, physical stress, all these different things we're using for athletes. It's really helping with, lowering their lactic acid, helping with anxiety, ADHD, depression. There's a lot of different things that it can do. But a
lot of good things going on. Absolutely. Let me ask you about this. I mean, the ingredients are barley grass, wheatgrass, aloe, and a lot more. And these things combined with the molecular hydrogen. What does the molecular hydrogen do to make that big difference?
Yeah, molecular hydrogen is a big thing that, is talked about right now in the health world. So the biggest thing is it goes after free radicals, okay? Those are the things that really cause oxidative stress in our bodies. Everything from, cancer to Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, even, physical stress. So what it does is, because hydrogen is such a molecular, it's such a small molecular ion, that one, it just goes after those free radicals, and it helps to go after more of the cellular metabolism than overall, right? So there's a bunch of different things that it can do. There's 1,400, and I say that lightly, 1,400 research studies all about the use of molecular hydrogen. And it has every single dysfunction that you can think of in the different studies that it helps with.
Now, I see folks, doctor, with these bottles that I think infuse hydrogen, the water bottles, they're doing molecular hydrogen. But how does it work in Exodus? What does it do here? How does it work in the capsule form?
Yeah, so I like it because the only thing, and hydrogen is hydrogen, that like if you have one of those little devices, they work. The only thing that I notice is that the research says that molecular, absorption, you have to drink it within 3 to 5 minutes. Otherwise, it's kind of useless because it's so exposed. The way that this is mastered, and, I have Dr. Cohn to thank for it. He's been in the molecular hydrogen world for years now, before it became like a health fad, right? And it's really, really great it's a selective antioxidant. And that means that it goes after the worst of the worst. And it's so cool because you can't really overdo it, and your body absorbs and takes what it needs to, and then what it doesn't, it just dishes away. And that's very different from other antioxidants, right?
So you would recommend this. I mean, look, I've been taking this every day.
Yeah.
And I've been taking this every day for, I don't know, several months now. It feels different to me. I do feel sharper, cleaner. But for other folks, it can help with exhaustion. It can help with anxiety. It can help you sleep at night. If you can trim down on that anxiety and clear your mind of all the noise, well, then you're going to sleep better, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's a foundational product that I find, and I do a bunch of different testing in our office. I do muscle testing, lab testing, see what your body actually says. Because if you're not testing, you're guessing, right? So this is one of the products that every single person tests really well for. And the majority of products I use, you eventually go off of. This is one that I very rarely have people go off of because it's just one of those foundational things. The majority of our cells, we don't take in enough, natural, healthy foods. That
Correct.
is like such in this product, right? It's like taking a green smoothie without having to, wolf down, a whole liter of like celery
Yeah,
juice.
yeah, I get
But
that.
it's really great though because it goes after everything from energy. I take it right before I go to the gym, but it's also great for calming the body. And
Yeah,
people don't understand the way that happens, but it's because it's really going after cellular rather than your overall body, right?
and,
And that's where the majority of
absolutely.
this comes from.
And folks, I'd say this. Look, a lot of you have asked, I said, well, what do the doctors say about it? Well, now you know. Here's what the doctors say about Exodus. And you can try ExodusNow.com. That's the place to go. Try ExodusNow.com. Use the promo code Gruber. You'll get a big savings on the deal, and you can try it. And like the doctor said, nobody ever goes off from it. Once they try it, they stay with it because it works. Doctor, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right. Try ExodusNow.com, the place for you to check it out. Try ExodusNow.com. You will not be disappointed. You're listening to The Steve Gruber Show.